Yes, listen students, in the previous chapter we saw about the board of directors, chapter number 27. So next one is chapter number 28, company secretary. In this chapter, company secretary, meaning, definitions, qualifications and appointment. So these are the topics we are going to see in this class. Page number 293 in our textbook. First of all, who is called as secretary? Secretary means a person who is responsible for general performance of the organization. A person, one who is responsible for the general performance of the organization. He is called as secretary. And key managerial personnel, a person who runs the company, and he is called in different titles. A person who runs the company and called in different titles, namely manager, director and managing directors. And next one, a person who control or who guide the overall performance of the organization. He is also said to be secretaries. A person who guide the overall performance or who control the overall performance of the organization, and he is said to be a secretary. So these are the meanings of the secretary. Next one, definition. Section 2, subsection 24 of the Companies Act of 2013. The secretary is an individual, any individual who is possessing the prescribed qualification and appointed for the performance of the duties. Appointed to perform the duties which may be performed by a secretary as per the Companies Act. A person or any individual who is possessing the prescribed qualification appointed to perform the duties which may be performed by a secretary as per the Act, or any other ministerial and administrative function. So this is a definition for a secretary under section 2 subsection 24. Okay. Before that, secretary is a word. It is a Latin word from secretarius, which means secret. Secretarial is a Latin word which comes from the Latin language, which means secret. Secret means the information which are not disclosed, which be kept as a secret, confidential. Then, according to Oxford Dictionary, or as per the version of Oxford Dictionary, a person who employed to conduct the correspondence, on behalf of any individual or a company, also execute the filing documentation and administrative function. So this is a definition for a secretary according to Oxford Dictionary version. So according to Oxford Dictionary version, a person who employed to conduct the correspondence on behalf of any individual or a company, and he is also execute the filing documentation and engaging of administrative functions. He is said to be a secretary. So this is the meaning of a company secretary. These are two definitions for the company secretary. Then the next topic is qualifications. What are the various qualifications required for a secretary? Since the Amendment Act of Companies Act 1994, the qualifications of the secretary prescribed in the Amendment 1994 Act. The qualifications may be classified as statutory qualification and other qualification. In case of statutory qualification, section 2 subsection 45, the companies who paid up capital rupees 5 crores or more than 5 crores. What are the qualifications required to be a company secretary? In case of other companies, the company whose capital is 5 crore and above 5 crores, in such a case, that there is a need of a full-time secretary. He should be a member of Institute of Company Secretaries of India. He should be qualified as a member of Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Second one, he should be a member in the Chartered Secretaries of Institute of Chartered Secretaries of London. So both the cases, I mean the company share capital exceeding of 5 crores. So these are the two persons. These two qualification is an important one. That means a member who is a person who is a member in the Institute of Company Secretary, the first qualification, or he should be a member in the Chartered Institute of Chartered Secretaries of London. In case of other company, he should be a degree granted by a degree in law granted by a university. He should be a member in the Institute of Cost and Works Accounts of India, Institute of Cost Accounts of India, that is CA. He should be a member in the Institute of Cost, Works and Accounts of India, that is ICWAI. Then he should possess a postgraduate diploma or degree in the management or in the commerce, and he should be a diploma in the company law. These are the qualifications required to be a secretary in case of other company. So the statutory qualifications are classified under two headings. Number one, the companies whose capital is 5 crores and more than 5 crores. In such a company, this person should be a eligible person to become as a secretary. In case of other companies, these are the minimum qualifications required to be required for a particular person who is appointed as a secretary in a company. In case of other qualification, he should be a knowledgeable person in the company law, mercantile law, economic law, labor law, accounts and office management. So in case of other qualification, the person who should be possessed in knowledge, sufficient amount of knowledge in the following subjects. Number one, company law, mercantile law, economic law, labor law, accountancy and also office management. So these are the qualifications for a company secretary. Apart from that, in general qualification, a basic qualification, he must be a smart person. Secretary must be a smart person. He should be an unbiased person. He must be an unbiased person possessing of high IQ, that is intelligent quotient. He should be a proficiency person in speaking and writing of different regional languages. Apart from the statutory qualification and other qualification, a secretary who should be a smart person, he should be an unbiased person and possessing of high IQ and proficiency in speaking and writing of different regional languages. Okay, now qualification is over. The next one, appointment of a company secretary. Section 2, subsection 24 and 203 and 204 of the Companies Act. Every listed company should appoint a full-time secretary. That means every listed company must have a full-time secretary. Unlisted company or a private company whose capital is more than 5 crores, so must have a full-time secretary. Whether a listed company or unlisted company must have a full-time secretary to fulfillment of the condition. Number one, every listed company must have a one full-time secretary. If it is unlisted company or a private company, which capital, I mean paid up capital is 5 crore or more than 5 crores, that company should also possess one full-time secretary. And another important thing is secretary must be an individual person only. Secretary is only an individual person, and he should be a member in the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. He should be a member in the Institute of Company Secretaries. Then the company secretaries may be appointed by two persons. Number one, appointed by promoters. So the first secretary of the company appointed by the promoters at the stage of pre-incorporation stage, or at the pre-incorporation stage, the first secretary is appointed by the promoters. Second one, the secretary may be appointed by first board of directors. That means after the company is registered, the first board of directors appointed the secretary at the first board meeting. Do you understand? The first board of directors appointed the secretary at the first board meeting. That is, the company already registered. The company has been registered. The first board meeting conducted by the board of directors. In that meeting, the secretary will be appointed. So the secretary will be appointed by both parties. Both parties in the sense, one by promoters. Promoters appoint the secretary of the company at the pre-incorporation stage. So who is called as promoters? Those who are taking initial steps for the promotion of the company or incorporation of the company, they are said to be promoters. The promoters are elected the secretary, the first secretary at the pre-incorporation stage. After the company is registered, then the first board meeting will be conducted. In such a meeting, the board of directors elected the secretary of the subsequent secretary of the company. Okay, so these are the procedures for the appointment of secretary. So in this class, we have completed 3 topics. Number 1, meaning and definition of secretary. Second one, the qualifications required for a person to be appointed as a secretary, and the appointment of secretary by two parties, namely by promoters and by the first board of directors. So with this I stop.